Tonight on Bands Reunited, the English Beat. In the early 80s, the English Beat combined reggae with a punk sensibility and quickly became a UK sensation. But just before embarking on a major tour of the US, the two lead singers abruptly quit.
Dave and Roger wanted to go off to make more money.
That's the worst thing I've ever done in my career.
Without their frontman, the English Beat would never play again. On this episode of Bands Reunited, Everett Morton. We're in London, England. Our mission, to find the members of the English Beat.
Well, I don't want to talk to no one.
The original six haven't been on the same stage in 20 years. We're going to locate them, find out what they're up to, and then put them back together for a special one-time only performance.
Wow, and do you think you can do it?
We hated each other.
It'd never work.
In 1978, singer Dave Wakeling and guitarist Andy Cox formed The Beat. They were soon joined by an MC named Ranking Roger, bassist David Shuffle Steele, drummer Everett Morton, and a 50-year-old Jamaican saxophone player known as Saxa. Known in America as the English Beat, the group featured a diverse lineup in age, race, and musical style.
Everybody comes from a different background, and everybody is an equal member.
Their unique fusion led to a string of hits and tour dates with some of the world's biggest bands. However, the band members became tired of the road and tired of each other.
We wouldn't just keep hammering it to death.
When Dave Wakeling and Ranking Roger decided to leave, the band splintered into two groups: General Public and Fine Young Cannibals. The six original members of the English Beat have not performed together in over 2 decades. Tonight, we try to get them to reunite.
Right now, I'd like to reunite with my sanity.
Our quest starts in sunny Southern California, where lead singer Dave Wakeling lives and works as a musician.
Come all the way in, pass him so you look back at him. And I'll come over your shoulder right there.
Welcome to beautiful Malibu. And we're on our way to an establishment called Gladstone's, where Dave Wakeling from the English Beat is conducting a radio interview. We're going to bust in on that meeting and ask him if he'll reunite with his former bandmates for a special one-time only concert. Good afternoon, Dave Wakeling from the English Beat. My name's Amir from VH1. A pleasure and an honor to meet you, sir. I'm here with a show called Bands Reunited, and I'm on a bit of a mission right now, and that mission is to assemble one of the great bands, not only of the 80s, but of all time, the English Beat, for a special one-time only concert performance. My invitation is extended to you to join this reunion.
It's all I've ever wanted.
So you're in? All right. He's in. All right. One of the ways we seal the deal, if you will, and bring on the members of a reunion is to ask for their autograph.
Dave Wakeling says he'll do it.
Yes.
Dave Wakeling says yes, he's in.
This world is upside down. This world is upside down. I can't handle for much longer.
Tell me about the beginning and how you guys started.
No, me and Andy, the guitarist, went to school together. And we used to run these nice house parties with a reggae DJ in one corner and a punk DJ the other corner. If we played a reggae song, 2 punk songs, another reggae song, and just kept mixing it up, the dance floor stayed full all night, every party. And we were sitting in the corner one night, and Andy said, "What if you could get both of them in the same 3-minute pop song?" Bing! That was the birth of The Beat.
Not only was your music a blend of different styles, but the songs were a blend of upbeat tempos and sharp social and political criticism as well.
That was what Birmingham was like, and that's what we thought life was like too.
It's a huge shock here. I don't think people are used to massive unemployment here. It's always been like the thriving little hubbub of Britain.
So we thought that was a great way to deal with the stuff in our music. And particularly from reggae, you'd hear like a beautiful song like Maxi Priest or something like that. And you're like, oh, I love this song. What is it? Uptown Babies Don't Cry. And you're like, oh, he's singing about starving children. And Bob Marley had the same trick, how to sing about oppression with joy.
What about the reaction from people, whether it was in England or in America, to seeing a band made up of, you know, multiracial, multi-generational band? They must have been taken aback.
Well, there were some different feelings about it. In Birmingham, nobody noticed because it was an industrial town. It's Detroit, basically. It's the Motown. So we didn't really think anything of it. Till we first gig in London, people were like, cool, you know, like white geezers and black geezers play together, all right. But by the time we moved over to play in America, people wanted to discuss the social implications of the makeup of the band as if it was a social comment. Had it been contrived, it would never have worked.
Tell us what led to what would eventually be the last gig.
Yep, Coitons for the beat. So we over-toured a little bit and really I started to notice, and others did, that the quality of the live show was going down. So, you know, I decided, that's it. July the 4th, Independence Day. And it seemed perfect timing to me because we landed 2 nights opening for David Bowie. So we played these 2 shows, and the night before, I'd flicked a letter about this size with my resignation note under the office. We went off to do the show, ran off stage, and there was David Bowie at the top of the ramp. You're the best opening band I've ever had. I'm doing a 3-month tour of America. Would you do it? Would you? Would you? Would you? And I was like, oh no.
The letter.
Oh, the letter. And I was like, well, I'd love to. Let's see if we can. Oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. So I went back and see the letter. I could see the letter. And I got a big long stick that had dropped off a tree. And I got my arm through the letterbox, trying to hook this letter back. It's like, you can leave in 3 months, maybe it'd be all right, you know. It's David Bowie, come on, come on. I couldn't reach the letter. So I said, you know what? It must be meant to be. So I just walked home and that was that.
The dust barely settled from the demise of the Beat when General Public appeared and Fine Young Cannibals appeared.
Yeah. Actually, the last Top of the Pops that the Beat had ever done was they did a best of the Beat, and it was Can't Get Used to Losing You. And so I said to him just before the song started, I said, if I was to form a group called General Public, would you join? He went, yes. Can't get used to losing you.
No matter what I try to do, gonna spend my whole life through loving you.
Let me just ask you, in my search for the rest of the band members, if you could just give me any indication, any inkling of where they are. I'll give you the name and you tell me what they're doing and what city I might be able to find them in, and we'll carry on with the journey. What's Andy Cox doing?
Andy's in London, and my sister just saw a show that he did in Birmingham at the West Midlands Arts Centre. My sister said it was wonderful.
Okay. Party's just getting started.
That's right.
Dave, pleasure to meet you, my friend.
Thank you, man.
And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. All that plus oysters.
And oysters, enjoy. Dave Wakeling is in. So we're off to London to track down guitarist Andy Cox. We're heading right over to Andy's apartment to see if he's willing to jump on the bandwagon. We are on our way to see Andy Cox. The red door is the front door for Andy Cox's house. We're gonna just knock on it, hope for the best, push the button, make things happen.
Hello?
Hello, I was looking for Andy, please.
Andy? Doesn't live at this flat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to get in and drop something off. Could I get buzzed in?
I suppose so. I mean, yeah, okay.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Thanks. Hello? So what we'll do is,
Leave a note.
If we can land guitarist Andy Cox, it'll be a huge step. Hopefully, he'll come beat down our door. When Bands Reunited returns, we go after the elusive David Steele.
Door's ringing, no answer so far.
And Ranking Roger shares his feelings about Dave Wakeling.
You get a taste of money when you get a taste of fame, and it changes everything.
Our quest to reunite the English beat continues with bassist David Steele.
Ooh, the enigma. That's the one I'm looking forward to. He's so hard to find that nobody knows if he can find himself at the minute, you know.
That's Justin. He's one of our production staff. He's going to pose as a delivery person. Hopefully, he'll get David Steele to come down, sign for the package, and when David's at the doorway, we move in and ask him if he'll reunite with his former bandmates. All right, so here's the deal. We tried his buzzer, no answer. We just left a message on his voicemail to see if he'd pick up. Didn't pick up.
Since we're getting nowhere in London, we're off to Birmingham, where we've tracked down 3 members of the English beat. First up, Ranking Roger.
We're on our way to find Ranking Roger from the English beat to invite him to our reunion. And we're just going to lie in wait. When we get the call, we spring into action, and we get our man. Okay, cool. Go. Hey! Ranking Roger?
Yes, this is it indeed.
My name is Amir.
How are you?
Fine, and yourself?
What a surprise.
We're with a program on VH1 called Bands Reunited.
Yes.
And we're on a mission to reunite the original 6 members of the English beat.
Wow, and do you think you can do it?
I think we can, but...
How are you going to do that?
We do that by finding the members of the band, wherever they may be, and ask them to participate in a one-night-only special performance.
Wow.
Are you in?
Absolutely.
He's in. All right, if I may, just have your autograph.
Sure.
Right over there. Ladies and gentlemen, Ranking Roger is in. Yeah. Please update us on what's happening with Ranking Roger today.
Now I'm an inline instructor. I teach people how to skate. And although it sounds weird, at the moment I'm the lead vocalist for the beat.
It's not the full 6 that is in the current lineup, is it not?
That's correct, yeah. There's me, Everett, and Saxa.
Let's talk about 24, 25 years ago and how you joined this band.
I was a drummer for a band called the Dum Dum Boys, a punk band. And the first gig we ever did, the beat opened up for us.
You just basically hung around with these guys initially, right? And then you wound up on stage and started toasting with them?
I'd just gate crash a gig and go straight onto the stage and grab the mic and start toasting.
Explain what toasting is.
Toasting, yes. It's not lifting up glasses, actually. It's a combination of singing and talking, but in a Jamaican accent. But now they call it MCing. Hey. Basically, I went on to join them. I'd like to know if I'm just going to mess around with you on stage or if I'm a member of the band. And everybody agreed that I was a member of the band. I even brought my own punk following with me, you know, because I used to be a punk in those days. So they got their first real following from that crowd.
Although you're a band that prided and prides itself on spontaneity and just kind of seeing where things go, beat philosophy seemed to be having a good time, but also getting a message out there.
Yeah, we did, but we didn't want to continually plant it down people's throats. So I think the biggest statement we ever made was "Stand Down, Margaret." I see only sorrow, I see no chance of a bright new tomorrow. So stand down, Margaret, stand down, please stand down, Margaret. We got this band in England. Radio 1 refused to play us, and we had to go to America.
Do you think that eventually things did get to the band, and that's why it started to fall apart?
I think we toured far too much. We were earning money, selling loads of merchandising, but the work was hard. And I think if we'd gone away and had 6 months off or a year off, we would have come back and made a fantastic 4th album. And that was the one America was waiting for.
There were some arguments, heavily from record companies. You're just about to break. You're just about to do it. How could you do this thing? But that wasn't a good enough reason at the time.
Roger, why did Dave feel the need to leave? Why was he insisting upon leaving the Beat?
He was just looking at money. I think he was saying, well, okay, at the moment we have to split it between 6 of us, and if we went off, hey, you know, you'd be making 3 times as much because we don't have to split it between 2 of us, you know, and it's like...
Unfortunately, me and Roger got married and started to have kids, and our socialist share of the money was being eaten up in baby food.
The guy who was behind the, quote, socialist split of the funds, of the monies, of the royalties, was now against it. What was the sort of prevailing factor at that point?
Greed. You get a taste of money when you get a taste of fame, and it changes everything. And, you know, when we did go and do general public, yeah, we did make more money on one level. You know, we got a bigger record deal, and I had more money in my bank account because there was only 2 of us to pay and not 6 of us. But it didn't make for better music and the better vibe, which is what... The vibe was what the Beat was all about.
Right. It was almost like a divorce where you and Dave went one way and David and Andy went the other, as you've mentioned. General public over here, Fine Young Cannibals over here. Why was it a split like that?
Well, I guess because me and Dave were the singers, I suppose we did hang around. We used to share the same hotel room, so therefore a lot of things we would discuss together.
We started to see different sides of the pop world, you know.
You know, he used to say to me, if you're coming with me, you're coming with me, and if you're not, I'm going on my own. I used to say, well, go on your own then. The last time I actually went with him, which I shouldn't have. And as I say, and as you know, I mean, I'm here and I'm ready and willing and able. If we can get the Cannibals to get involved in this, that would be the key to open every door.
Somebody joked, I thought Dave and Rog was bad enough till I heard about Dave and Andy, you know. So there were layers that you'd have to peel away before you'd even get to the Beat bit at the bottom.
Because it's always been my goal from the day I split up the Beat in the first place to reform it.
Where can I find Everett Morton?
Everett Morton, easily contactable. You can contact him through me because he plays with me every weekend. Yeah.
Roger, it's been cool talking to you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Wicked, man. Really cool.
Thank you.
Not only is Ranking Roger on board, he's going to help us nab drummer Everett Morton. When Bands Reunited returns, we chase down drummer Everett Morton.
Everett Morton! Everett Morton!
And the legendary Saxa gives us an ominous warning about David Shuffle Steele.
If you guys just talk to Shuffle, I know where you wanted to get him.
We're in Birmingham, England, hot on the trail of the English Beat, with the help of our new accomplice, Ranking Roger.
There's Ranking Roger. He's going to meet Everett Morton, the drummer from the English Beat, pick him up in his van, and then look for a parking spot. Once they park, they're going to walk up the street. That's when we spring out and surprise Everett and ask him, will he reunite with the English Beat? Everett Morton! Everett? Hi. My name's Amir. I'm from VH1.
Yeah.
I'm from a show called Bands Reunited. It's so cool to meet you.
Yeah.
And we've come all the way from America with a mission in mind. And that mission is to reunite the original 6 members of the English Beat.
Wow, what a job you've got, man.
Yeah. And that job only gets easier if you say yes to getting back together with your bandmates for a reunion, and then, hopefully, fingers crossed, a one-time only special performance. Are you in?
I'm in.
He's in! May I have your autograph?
Yeah, I just couldn't believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Everett Morton is in. Yeah! Everett, thank you very much for taking the time to sit with us.
Well, what can I do?
I was touched to see that you were getting emotional a little bit.
Yeah. Tears came to my eyes.
Was it because we showed you the album?
Well, no, it's not showing me the album. I just think it's a shock. That's why I just shocked to see, well, what Roger got me into.
Tell me about your time with the English Beat and how you joined.
I used to go out with a girl, and she said this bass player looking for a drummer.
So the bass player was David Steele, who was working in the hospital.
Working in the hospital as a nurse, yeah.
He asked a Jamaican nurse at the hospital, did she know any drummers? She said, yes, she did. She knew this one fella, Everett.
And I decided, oh, I'll try it. You know, when I went and tried, it was like punks. There was punks.
The initial rehearsals, I think, because of everyone's influences, had everyone doing their own thing.
Yeah, while it was making so much noise, I had to keep the beat going. And they was just playing anything over.
And was it you who suggested?
Well, if everyone was doing their own thing, so I say, no, you got to follow me. You say, yeah, we got to get it together.
And you have a lot of celebrity fans. A group like No Doubt are huge fans of yours. You guys have influenced.
And the Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas.
Our music has done a lot to for people, you know, like make people, well, probably millionaires.
Probably.
Yeah, you know, but I'm not one yet.
As with success comes aspects that start to tear at the band, pull at the band, and eventually led to...
left to nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, success. Money.
Yeah. Did you guys fight over money?
Well, no, we didn't get a chance to fight over it, but Dave and Roger wanted to go off to make more money. The money was split 6 ways because we trust one another. There was no greed setting, but after a few years, then greed setting. I mean, if you want to do your thing, go and do it. Come back and just make a few more songs and just let's keep it alive, you know. But now they want it all to themselves.
The fact that we left the beat, you know, low and dry and just walked off without even giving them any warning, that's the worst thing I've ever done.
What was your reaction when you heard about it?
What could I do? Nothing. I was very, very shocked. I didn't get emotional at all. I was shocked. That's the only time I didn't get emotional. Just didn't know what to do. I mean, we was like a family. I admire you guys for trying to do this.
What do you think of our chances?
What do you think of the chances?
Yeah.
Wow, what a long shot. Huh?
Really?
Wow, honestly, if you can pull this off,
yeah,
you know.
There gonna be some more tears of joy?
Oh, there gonna be some more tears of joy.
Everett is a go, and now he and Ranking Roger are gonna help us land Saxa. Well into his 70s, Saxa is sure to be a tough sell.
Saxa lives in Birmingham, and he plays at a pub called the Twin Towers.
On our way to a pub just around the corner called the Twin Towers. Saxa, the legendary saxophone player for the English Beat, is inside, having a drink with Everett Morton and Ranking Roger. We're gonna go in there and pop the question, will you reunite with your former bandmates for a one-night only special performance? Hey! We're looking for Lionel Augustus Martin, a.k.a. Saxa. Hi, Saxa. My name is Amer.
Who sent you here?
I'm from a show called Bands Reunited, and I'm on a special mission. I am out to reunite the original 6 members of the English Beat.
So, Everett tell you I'm here.
Everett?
That's why, don't tell me that I know we'll be here. Huh? Well, I don't want to talk to no one.
Oh, come on. No. We came all the way from America. We're here to reunite you guys for one final gig. I'm just here to ask you and to invite you to our reunion and to the concert. What do you say? Are you in? Sir?
Yes, because I don't want to talk about no politics, man.
Yeah, he's in! If you do me the honor, sir, of just giving me your autograph. Ladies and gentlemen, Saxa is in. Yeah! Well, Saxa, thank you very much for sitting down with us.
Delighted.
Was it not a meeting at Crumpton Inn where you met what would eventually become the Beat, the guys in the Beat? They come and found you?
Yeah, well, it's one man come and see me. His name is Dave Wakeling. You have to say the band start from there.
Were you surprised at how quickly you guys meshed? How...
No, don't surprise.
No?
Everybody was nice people.
And when we met them as well, I think that's the boys for me.
Some daddy Them is my son.
Yeah.
I think he was really the mentor. They used to say the most amazing things that would just give you a perspective on what you were doing and why you were doing it and how lucky you were to do it.
What did you tell them when the band started to experience their initial success, when things started to take off? How did you, again, guide them so that they wouldn't get out of control, they wouldn't let it get to them?
Love each other. That's right, simple as that. That's what the band is all about.
Why do you think there was a split?
Everybody want to do them one thing, and that's where the mistake come in.
Did you try talking to them
Oh,
again?
I try everything.
What did you say?
I
to
kiss
them?
their feet, and they say, Saxa, don't bother, it never work.
What do you miss most about those days with the boys?
Oh, everybody. That hard to explain, man.
You said to me that it's going to be tough. Why?
It's gonna make it really tough.
Tell me why.
Probably, if Shuffle was here now, I could change his mind.
Yeah?
I know I could.
How?
I talk to him and change his mind.
Maybe I could play something for him, a videotape message from you. So if you look into that camera,
Yeah.
right there, as if you're talking to David Steele right now, you go ahead and tell him and convince him to be in this, to come back to that
You do
camera.
take my stick up, give
Yes,
me
sir. Yes, sir.
Now, Shuffle, the things that we do together, boy, I will never forget it. And I know you will never forget it. But we have something coming up. Please, please, do this for me. Do me a favor. Please do this gig.
It's fantastic. That's fantastic.
I love everybody, but I wish like everybody in the original band could play at least 4 songs in one show. If you never have to see each other again.
Saxa is in, but we can't blow our horn just yet. When Bands Reunited returns, we finally make contact with David Steele. And Dave Wakeling prepares to face the bandmates he walked out on over 20 years ago.
Being the one that split up the beat, I was actually cursed. The curse may be lifted.
Our mission to reunite the English beat goes on with our second attempt to nab David Steele. Now, the last time we were here, we had one of our crew members pretending to be a delivery man. This time, we're going to stake out his place and wait until he arrives.
Guys, he's walking inside right now.
He's walking inside the building?
Get him right now. Let's go.
It's a camera that just saw it. Hello?
Just keep talking.
David, if you can hear me, my name's Amir. We're on a special mission, and what we're trying to do is reassemble the original 6 members of the English Beat for a very special reunion. And we would like to invite you to participate in this reunion. And we have a very special message that I would love to play for you from one of the members. Mr. Steele, if you're at the door, I'd just like to play this message from Saxa for you.
Shuffle, the things that we do together, boy, I will never forget it. And I know you will never forget it. But we have something coming up. Please, please, do this for me. Do me a favor. Please do this gig.
Okay. Mr. Steele? Sir? We're off. We'll go back and hopefully he'll contact us.
While David digests our offer, we'll check in with guitarist Andy Cox.
This is Amir from VH1, Bands Reunited. Just one.
Andy Cox is yet to contact us, so we left him another message asking him to be part of our reunion.
Give us a call when you can. You have our numbers. Thanks. Bye.
It looks like Andy and David may not want to revisit the good old days. Meanwhile, we've set a reunion date and put Dave Wakeling on a flight from LA to London.
It'd be interesting to see the people from the group. Most interestingly, I wonder whether we're going to recognise each other, some of us, as it's been so long.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dave Wakeling. How are you, sir?
Oh, nice to be back on these dear old shores. How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. How are you feeling on this fine day?
They say that anxiety is excitement holding its breath.
All right. Well, I'll let you exhale and take that walk inside. I'll see you soon.
All right, man. I am nervous about seeing everybody, although I'm more excited than nervous. I get the feeling that if they get as far as meeting up, then they must be half interested to meet. So I think it should be sweet. Yeah. Where's the band? Typical.
Hello, Everett.
Hello, mate.
How are you, sir? Good to see you on this beautiful British morning.
Yeah, we meet again. We meet again. Yeah.
What are your thoughts as we get ready to send you inside to meet who knows who's inside? What are your thoughts? What are your
Who
thoughts?
knows what's on the other side?
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking about, what's the next step? What I'm going to meet, and look, it's just
Step
wait
by
and
step,
see,
right?
step by step, right?
I'll see you inside, all right?
Yeah,
Take
okay.
care.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to the reunion because I just want us to play together. I think it would be fun us get back together for us and the fans if it works. Hello, Dave.
Hi.
All right.
What on Everett?
You're sweating, mate. You're sweating.
I know, it's the excitement of seeing you, Everett.
I know, it's... But it's all right. I don't know, Dave is good to see him, and honestly, yeah.
It's nice to be here, mate.
Yeah,
very
it's
nice.
just, yeah.
It should be exciting, this, I
And
think.
it is exciting. I'm getting very excited. I mean, all this attention and... Tell you what I do. I was given this tissue, right? You can use one of these, mate, yeah?
Thank you very much, you see. That was the spirit of the beat always, wasn't it? Sharing,
Exactly,
sharing.
share a lot.
Yep.
The Toastmaster. Ranking Roger. How are you, sir?
How are you? Very good, sir.
I didn't recognize you at the rollerblades.
Well, you see, I came in the roller car.
How you feeling?
Great. Well, I made this.
Yes, you did.
Is Saxa here?
I can't say. You're going to go inside and
Is
find
Dave
out.
Wakeling here?
Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, there's a lot happening inside, or maybe not. You'll find out. But before I let you go, just tell me about what you thought when you woke up this morning with regards to this reunion.
Well, what I've been trembling about this anyway for
Really?
the last 4 days or something. So.
Well, tremble no longer. The answers lie inside.
Hey.
I'll see you soon.
Wicked. I haven't spoken to Dave Wakeling, so today will be very interesting. Yeah. Easy. How are you?
How are you, sir?
I expect a hug from you, Dave.
Oh, there we go, then.
Yes, man.
Hugs on television.
Wicked. We are with the granddads of Ska now, you know. Sorry to have to lean it that way, but...
Hello, sir.
It's you again.
How have you been?
As usual, man alive.
Man alive.
Right.
I love your T-shirt. May we have a quick look?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a man getting right into it. The beat. How are you? Is everything fine?
Yeah, but I had surprises with people.
I know you hate surprises, but I think you'll be happy with what you find inside.
I always look forward to see everybody. If my daughter wasn't there, I would go mental. I don't like this kind of surprise. Hey, guy, what's going on, man?
Hey, boss me.
But all this music.
I've got a chick.
Saxa, you look
So what all this
delightful, man.
music business
Yes,
then?
Saxa. You make it.
Well, stop.
Look at him with his backstage passes.
I can't lose them stages.
She said to leave it till the end of the party. Do it now, you know there's never a next time. How come the feeling that it's always just started? Pull back your cover, I could love you for all time. But do it now, you know there's never a next time.
When Bands Reunited returns, will all 6 members show up for the reunion?
The euphoria has been brilliant. We may see David Steele or Andy Coxon play together again.
And if they don't, will the beat go on?
People don't want to do things, and you can't force them.
4 of the original 6 members of the English Beat have agreed to a reunion. Hopefully, David Steele and Andy Cox will have a change of heart and join their old bandmates. We are gathered here to celebrate the beat. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us. We came around to each of you. We brought this album, and our mission was to get all the signatures. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get Andy nor David.
They were always hard to get their autographs
yes.
anyway.
We went to David. We found him. We went to his home. We went and knocked on the door. He didn't want to participate. No. Why not embrace the legacy of this great band and be a part of this?
I think more because it's just the timing of what's going on right now. He has a great new single coming out in a couple of days, and he probably doesn't want to mix projects.
The Andy Cox update is soon after visiting David, we went to Andy, knocking, no response, and we left a note asking to call us. I just want to get your reaction.
I didn't think he would do this.
Really?
I don't think he really liked
the light. He doesn't like that much light.
He doesn't like the spotlight, you know. No, he likes being anonymous.
Just one of them things. Them guys will never come out to play.
You don't think so?
No, they never come out.
Well, never say never, but
yeah, but you know.
At this point,
I would have thought there would have been more chance of Andy being here today more than David.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever qualms they've got between them. I know if me and Dave had qualms, I know we've kind of sorted them out. There might be a couple of small emotional things between me and Dave. You know what I mean? But it's like there's.
That's why we've got Saxa in the middle.
With his stick. They'll always be reasoned out as human beings, you know, and that's the way it should be. You know.
Are you disappointed that Andy and David aren't here, and more importantly, that the six of you can't play on stage together?
Well, in that the word disappointed. Because what's gone is gone. It's what's here now.
Which is why, you know, due to the fact that we don't have the other two signatures, we won't have a performance. Take us back to Birmingham when you were starting out, and you've described it as the Detroit of England, and what was happening at the time in terms of the recession, and why it was a perfect time for this band to start, to form, and then to flourish.
You know, you had black and white kids whose parents had worked together in the same factories. The kids got influenced by all types of musics, and I suppose we ended up merging them all together, and that's how we came up with our sound.
Yeah, in a way, it was probably fortunate, the recession and oppression, and it did tend to force people closer to each other. And it was really, really interesting. And I think at the time as well, big record companies hadn't really got used to what was going on, so it was still kind of artist-driven.
For those of us who never had the pleasure of seeing the Beat perform, describe a show. What was it like when you guys played live?
When we play live, it was magic. Yeah, it's the audience get into it and make us enjoy it more.
She I thought she's mine until the end of time. I thought she's mine. I thought she's mine.
Let's talk about when the band split up. Were you surprised to see?
I was very surprised to see it happen. You know, just straight back from America, 2 great shows in Milton Keynes with David Bowie, and like on the way home, well, the next day I had a letter. They could have given it me in the van, couldn't they? But they didn't. They wanted to surprise me. See, these surprising things like.
Why did you break up?
I think the Beat toured far too much. I think if we'd had 6 months off or a year off, I think the band would have lasted a lot longer.
The combination of that, and whereas things used to just get together like that without even trying, now it would take 3 weeks to try and organise anything. And we'd overworked anyway, so everybody
So you
was
decided to do general public to get out of before it's crashed?
It was, I'd got a couple of songs and I didn't know whether I'd ever be able to get a rehearsal together enough to ever do anything with them, and I didn't want to have a couple of years off.
When English Beat broke up, why?
Well, we could sense something was going wrong in the middle of it, and we knew that the future was going to be something like general public. That's what we wanted, so we went about creating that.
I couldn't stop Dave from leaving the band, and I had no choice. I felt I had no choice but to go with him and form general public. Like a coward, I went off with Dave, and I should have really stayed. I know we over-toured, but we were really into it, and we did want to continue because we could see the potential.
You wanted to make lots of money.
Well, exactly.
But I think if you look at it, Beat finished, General Public started, we did some good songs. Fine Young Cannibals started, we did some good songs. So it was probably meant to happen the way it happened.
All right, well, you have a gig to play tonight.
Yes.
Maybe some surprises?
Well, I want to invite Dave up for a couple.
And I'd love to accept.
I'm sure you're going to love it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll fill those 2 seats one day soon. But in the meantime, I'm glad these 4 seats were filled. And thank you so much for your time. The New English Beat, featuring Ranking Rogers, Saxa, and Everett Morton, are playing a gig tonight here in London, and they've invited Dave Wakeling to jump up on stage for a couple of songs. So we're going to go check that out, get a glimpse at what might have been.
It was great to see Dave again. I've invited him to the gig tonight, so it'll be a bit of a bonus for them to actually hear his voice tonight. Whether he's still up to it or not, we'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome an old friend of ours, Mr. Dave Wakeling.
I feel really comfortable and excited about playing with Saxa and Roger and Everett because they've invited me so heartily and I get to play with them. And that's today's beat. And that's good enough for me.
I'm quite surprised it went so well. Yeah, I enjoy every minute of it. Like, there was nothing else to do but just have fun.
Original spirit that we had in the beginning is still there. That spirit of the beat will always be there. One love.
While we cruise around London in this black cab, why don't you check out vh1.com and the Bands Reunited page. There you'll find picture books, info on your favorite bands, and bonus concert footage that you won't see on the show. All European travel for Bands Reunited provided by British Airways, featuring fully flat beds in business class and 41 daily flights to London.
I was in grade school. The big thing was getting to the 4th grade, which is where you get the orchestral instruments. So I played viola and then clarinet. But it wasn't until I picked up a guitar when I was 13 that I think everything that I'd done up till then with a musical instrument helped me understand how music works on a guitar.
To find out how you can help VH1 Save the Music restore these vital public school music education programs, visit vh1savethemusic.com.
I told you to come alone.
I did.
And who were they?
Oh, that's my network. In case I should have to call someone.
Really?
You get service out here? That's amazing, because I'm always doing business out here, and I gotta tell you, it's a crapshoot. You guys work down by the docks?
Your wireless network makes all the difference. So switch to America's most reliable. And now get 2 Vcast phones by LG for just $49.99. Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
Get this concert to happen, and we'll be dancing like this. Hey! Ranking Roger?
Everett Morton. We're looking for Saxa. Good afternoon, Dave Wakeling from a show called Bands Reunited. And we've come all the way from America.
Who sent you here?
With a mission in mind. And that mission is to reunite the original 6 members of the English Beat.
It's all I've ever wanted.
Wow, and do you think you can do it?
I think we can.
Well, I don't want to talk to no one.